Okay, so at Mother's request, I've decided to put together a video of a bunch of different clips around Florence. So as you can see, this is the city of Florence laid out before you, taken from the Piazza Michelangelo. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so we'll start off in Piazza San Marco, and this is basically where I catch the bus every day, going to school and coming back from school. There's a big statue in the middle of San Marco. So over here, that's where my bus stops, by those blockades. They make great seats while you're waiting. And so this is the actual church. I haven't been inside yet, but I guess I really ought to go sometime. Okay, and there are some people waiting for the bus and taxis. The traffic is kind of crazy around here, so you have to run in order to not get hit by the cars. But it's not too bad. And on the other side of the piazza, there's Puggi, which is a bakery that I like to buy bread from. And there's a cafe on the other side of the newsstand. Yeah, and then there are pigeons. Lots and lots of pigeons all over the city. They will fly into you. These pigeons have no fear. They prefer to walk because they're really fat and lazy. And I'm sure they're just riddled with disease. But they're kind of funny to watch walk. Yeah. So those are some Florentine pigeons for you. And this is McDonald's. Kinda gross. So this is one of the window displays for one of the doors of the Infinite Toy Store. Seriously, this toy store goes on forever. They have everything you could want. They have puzzles and games for little kids, stuffed animals, Barbie Dream House. Oh yeah. So here's the Lego section of said toy store. And look, this is just one of the many infinite corridors. It just goes on forever. And so now on to the Duomo. As you can see, the Duomo and the cathedral are really big. You can never lose them, which is great, because it means you can never get lost in the city. You just look up and head towards the Duomo. You can see there are lots of people, tourists. On the right is the baptistry. Oh, and then there are the cops with the funny helmets. There are a couple different types of police officers around, and yeah, these guys wear funny helmets. Here are the Gates of Paradise. The originals are in a museum, and just part of the baptistry. As you can see, it's really dirty, but they've stopped traffic in the piazza, so hopefully things will be cleaner in the future. There's the bell tower, the Campanile, and then this is just the face of the church, and there are lots of different statues and just really intricate marble working, so it's very, very pretty. And you can also catch horse carriage rides. I haven't done it yet because it's probably pretty expensive, but I like to look at the horses and it's fun hearing them clomping around. Plus you can hear them from the classrooms. Here's just one of the many street performers. Statues are very popular. Sometimes they'll be really creative and kind of hide in niches where you might expect to see a statue, but this guy's just kind of out in the street. This is Calzedonia, which is a sock store. It's not just a sock store, it's a chain of sock stores. There are many of these around the city, and they just sell socks. So this is the church of Or San Michele, which is really close to the Smith Center, just down the street. And so they've replaced all the statues with replicas, and so now St. Thomas, just this guy, his foot just kind of hangs out in the middle of nowhere. This is I Fratellini, which is where I go for sandwiches if I'm too lazy to bring my own lunch. They are pretty tasty, and it's normally fairly busy. So here we have some creepy looking mannequins, and then this other display that I don't really understand. So you've got this tree, some leggings, and a pair of slippers, but it's for a pharmacy, so I don't really know. So this is Piazza della Signoria, which is where the Smith Center is, and that's Palazzo Vecchio up ahead. You can see there are lots of tourists. There are always just tons and tons of tourists. And lots of different statues that are really neat. And on the left you can see a place where you can buy overpriced magazines and souvenirs. So a quick survey of some of the statues. This is Cosimo on a horse. Then we have the statue of the Fountain of Neptune, and he also comes complete with many horses. They're very cool looking horses, I think. Then in front of the palace, they have a replica of the David, Michelangelo's David. That's where he used to stand, but the original is now in a museum. And so this is the loggia with all sorts of fun statues. Most of them are actually pretty violent. But it's a cool place. And it has these great lions. I really like the lion statues. I mean, look how cool the lion is. Look at that paw. Oh yeah. Look at that face. That is a cool lion. Here we have another horse. He's excited. He wants to go. Here's a view of the Palazzo Vecchio from the Uffizi Gallery. They're really close to each other, as you can see. And yeah, Smith is really conveniently located. And then across the way, you can see the Duomo and the bell tower. Ooh. Okay, so this is the Arno, which is the river that cuts through Florence. Sometimes you'll see people rowing, though that guy is cheating with a motor. And the water is normally kind of murky. I wouldn't go swimming in it. That's just me. I don't know. And then off to the right, you have the Ponte Vecchio. I don't go there much because I don't want to get pickpocketed, but it's a cool place. So you get a lot of vendors and stuff really nearby the Ponte Vecchio, but one of my favorite things is that on all of these columns there are little Darth Vader graffiti, which just cracks me up. And also, if you look on the right here, I got a couple people passing. On the right, you've got some Jurassic Park graffiti, and then yeah, you just got some more Darth Vader, more vendors. But seriously, Darth Vader on every pillar. It's awesome. So this is actually walking along the Ponte Vecchio, and so you can see they've got a bunch of stores here. The stores mostly just sell overpriced jewelry, but I mean, I guess if you're into that, they're there. I think this is kind of cute. They've got this little sign up that says that it's forbidden to put locks on this railing, and so naturally there are just a bunch of locks just all over it. I think you can get fined like 500 euros for it, but yeah, nobody seems to really mind. And so this has been a brief glimpse of Florence. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe at some point I'll make some more videos in the future.